I'd love to see Paige come back and train with me. And then, of course, I would love to work with Paige again in WWE one day. We have a lot of unfinished business, but we've had Paige down, we've had Nikki down training, and then I would love to have Paige down. She wants to come down, so we'll see what happens.
Who, maybe 2 or 3 female talents at this point, who do you feel is on the verge of becoming that next it girl that everyone's going to talk about?
Somebody that's coming up that's there's a lot of women that I'm really I kind of keep a close eye on. I really enjoy watching Sol Roca from NXT. I think that she's very creative, and I watched her. She had a speed match the other day against Candice LeRae, and I think she's got a great attitude, a great personality, her style. She's very, very creative, but I think her attitude, just in speaking with her backstage, she's very respectful. But when you see her work, she commands your attention. I think Sol is awesome, and I would love to work with Sol one day. Also, another person that I've had my eye on is Jada Parker.
Oh, yes.
Jada is phenomenal on the microphone, and I think that it's not enough for everybody to just do fancy moves. You have to be able to tell a story, and I need to know and feel from you and hear your voice. And so I think she's great on the mic. She's thought-provoking, and I think that she's got she's a little rough around the edges, but I really like her. I really, really like her, and I would love the opportunity to work with her, and then Stephanie Vicure. I hope I pronounced her name right.
Yes, you did.
But Stephanie is somebody that I really like. I love her passion. She has worked very, very hard to get to WWE. I've watched several of her matches, but I watched a match of hers right before she got to WWE, and it was with a very good friend of mine, Sasha Banks.
Yes.
And I just, it was just you could feel her passion. And, granted, she was in there with somebody that I think Sasha's very, very good at what she does. But I was just oh, I want to see this girl come to WWE. She's amazing. I would love to have a match with her. And so, that's why it's important to watch everything and to find inspiration in everyone. So when I was watching Stephanie versus Sasha, I was thinking, wow, I would love to wrestle Stephanie. And of course, I've worked with Sasha before, and I've had some great moments with her, but Stephanie, I've never locked up with. So I was Stephanie would be
I'd like to see that. I'd like to see that. That would be magnificent. That would be magnificent. There is talk that someone from a few years ago may be coming back to WWE, and we're talking about Paige Saraya. Your reaction to this, if this happens?
Well, I have been talking to Paige about coming to train with me at the dungeon. And so I'm really excited about her coming down. It's, our ring is very challenging because there's no air conditioning. It's just it's a very small room that's only big enough to fit a wrestling ring.
It's old school.
It's very old school, and I very much don't want it to be fancy. TJ and I do not want it to be fancy, but I told Paige, I was if you bring your heart and you bring, your work ethic and you're ready to sweat, I would love the chance to get in the ring with her. And I've been working with Nikki Bella. Nikki Bella has been coming and privately training with me and TJ for the last few months now. So I just saw her a few weeks ago, and Nikki was in my ring for 4 hours training. And, if you haven't, it's funny because I said to Nikki, I was I forgot how good she actually is. She poured her heart into our training. And it reminded me, because Nikki and Brie are 2 of my closest friends, but that's what we do in our ring, is we bring out your best. So it's I'd love to see Paige come back and train with me. And then, of course, I would love to work with Paige again in WWE one day. We have a lot of unfinished business, but we've had Paige down, we've had Nikki down training, and then I would love to have Paige down. She wants to come down, so we'll see what happens.
But people don't know about this training center that you have. So
it's awesome because it's just this very little, it's a fight club, like we were talking about earlier. It's an extension of everything that my grandfather started before, for my uncles before they came to WWE in Calgary. It's the dungeon in Calgary. This is just an extension of what my grandfather started. So it's about passion. You need the ring, and you need your heart, and you need a pair of wrestling boots, and you
But
need to work.
how do people know, hey, Natty, I want to train with you?
I know this is snobby, but it's invite only.
Okay, I
So
figured.
so
Not snobby. I get it.
it's invite only because we don't have a school, because TJ and I just it's like a workshop. It's like a private workshop. So
That's fair.
it's very cool though. But like a couple weeks ago I had Zara Zacher, I think that's how you pronounce her name. She's on the ID program.
Yeah.
She's an up and coming wrestler. She's on Evolve. She came and trained in our ring, and she is phenomenal. She came and worked with us, but Zara is somebody to watch out for. She doesn't have like a developmental deal or a WWE contract yet. She's only under the ID program, but I saw that she was coming to town, that she was going to do the Evolve tapings.
Right.
So I sent her a message and I said, "Hey Zara, I would love to train with you. Can you make it down on Wednesday?" And she drove 4 hours to get there.
She's got that drive. Right.
Yeah.
Right. Evolution 2, gonna happen?
I hope so. I mean, I think that there's so many women right now that are so hungry, and I would absolutely love to see it happen. I think, the first one we had was a sellout. It was sold out Nassau Coliseum, and it was such a great show. And it's like, I feel like Triple H really, embraces women in wrestling. And he's, even this year, we have one more match than we had last year at WrestleMania. And I think that I would love to see an all women's pay-per-view, but I would love to also see an all women's show. And I think that we could do that in WWE, like not just a one-off, like all women's pay-per-view. When you look at the Raw women's roster, the SmackDown women's roster, and the NXT women's roster, and the women coming in from the ID program and Evolve and all these different, like there are so many talented women in the WWE family alone that there's no reason why we can't do a 1 to 2 hour show, like, maybe we put
a
on
touring company, like
on a Thursday night. Like I would love to spearhead that show where we do an all women's wrestling show in WWE once a week. And we have, but I would recruit Ava as the general manager.
Oh,
she's awesome.
Wait, what's her name? It doesn't matter what.
Well, her real name, her real name is Simone, but Ava.
I had to get her dad's line in there.
I would say, okay, if we did an all women's wrestling show, I would have Ava. I would have to talk to Shawn Michaels, and I'd be like, okay, we'll have Ava as our general man. We'll negotiate. Maybe Ava can do, she could do our show, and then she could do NXT at the same time. But like, I think it'd be so cool to have an all women's wrestling show, not just one night of Evolution, but like an actual all women's show, because we're ready to go. The women have proven time and time again that we can draw. We can put asses in the seats.
They've put Triple H believes in this so much. They've created titles, brand new titles for the women.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's the thing is like why I'm so hungry is because I'm not resting on a title that I won. The last time I won a title in WWE was in 2017.
Wow.
So it's been 8 years since I've won a title. And so when Triple H introduced the new women's US championship and the IC title, I mean, I was just like, those are 2 championships that I want to have. And I've never had a singles match against Lyra or worked against Chelsea in a championship match. So to me, like, I don't feel like my career will be complete unless I win that women's IC title.
Oh, I definitely would like to see that.